Before we get started with today's episode, check out the Sheaux Some NOLA Experience online. It's a monthly subscription opportunity to experience New Orleans wherever you are and support the local businesses that make the city special. That's SHEAUX, somenola.com. Enjoy today's episode. This is the Sheaux Some NOLA Experience. I'm your host, Jonathan Floyd, owner of Box of Care Gift Company. So this episode is going to break a few different molds for a couple reasons. The first thing is I've done a couple episodes and it's been all women. So I have a man here now. We got some male energy. The second thing is I have somebody. So obviously this is the Sheaux Some NOLA Experience, but I have somebody who's from Lafayette. So I just want to go ahead and throw that out there. That's not a big deal. That's not the end of the world. Because when I say Sheaux Some NOLA, it's not really about physically the city limits, but like the culture. And though he's from Lafayette, he's just as much a part of New Orleans culture as anybody else. I've got Jarvis Joseph, the owner of Culture Creole Seasoning. How are you?
I'm great, and yourself?
I'm glad to have you, bro. Yeah. I'm doing well. Thank you for being a part of this.
Thank you.
Being a part of this. So I mentioned you from Lafayette. I mentioned that like 3 times. Right. So you're from Lafayette. Tell me about your childhood growing up. Like the role that food and family played in your life, because I don't know anybody from that part of the state where food and family wasn't like, especially Black people, where food and family didn't come together to like kind of shape who they were.
All right, yeah, born and raised out of Lafayette, Louisiana. I've been in the business of seasoning since 2020. A little bit about my childhood. Me and my dad used to cook every Sunday. Mm-hmm. That's how the seasoning, the blend came about. That was like one of our tradition. After church, we get together, sit down, make a family meal. Everybody get together and eat. We didn't sit at the family table, but we definitely cook every Sunday after church.
Okay. So. What sort of stuff were y'all cooking?
Oh man, cowboy stew.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Seven steak. I mean, some that probably put you to sleep for a little while. So, that's there's a good, healthy, hearty meal.
Yeah. So was it just you and him, or did you have siblings, or who?
Yeah.
Like,
so it's 7. I have 6 siblings. Yeah, 7 counting me.
So y'all were fighting for food.
Yeah, we're a pretty big family. Pretty big family.
Y'all were fighting.
Yeah.
So I guess so was everybody in it, or was it just you who took an interest the most, or what was the setup for that?
Some of my sisters and brothers can cook.
Okay.
One of them in particular, my second oldest sister, she's kind of heavy handed when it comes to seasoning. So she probably, we kind of kept her out of the kitchen. But for the most part, me and my dad was the two that probably you did a lot of seasoning. I actually picked up the blend from him because I did all the seasoning, cutting onions, bell pepper, the Holy Trinity, as they call it. Yeah. So okay. I was crying and trying, So.
Okay, so when you say the seasoning, you mean so obviously like whatever the packets or whatever. So he was like raw ingredients, veggies, all that stuff too.
Yeah, everything was fresh. We didn't buy nothing frozen. Yeah. Like nowadays, you got frozen Holy Trinity.
Yes.
We didn't buy nothing frozen. Everything was fresh. Red pepper, black pepper, salt, garlic. We didn't use white pepper. I didn't even know nothing about white pepper until I really got into But I don't use it. It's not in my blend. Okay. But I know it's a seasoning that's out there. But we did most of it was just red pepper, black pepper, salt, garlic. And a few other things. We put in there.
Well, so we'll talk about the seasoning more, mm-hmm. But like, was it like you put seasoning together and it was in a container, or was it like every single time?
Oh no, every single time we mixed.
Did something.
Yeah,
wow, okay,
we did it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was we never blended ourselves.
Okay.
Because we never thought about. I came from nobody ever thought about making their own seasoning. We just always say you got it in the store. So that was every time we cooked, it was grab the red pepper, grab the black pepper. Yeah.
See, I'm late. We're lazy now.
Exactly. Exactly.
We're lazy now, and it's crazy because our palates get used to something,
mm-hmm.
and you introduce new things, and it's almost like we don't even I don't know. It's not that we're not open to it, but we're just not used to that stuff now. Because when I was growing up, I don't even remember that much Tony's. I remember more Lowry's.
Okay.
That was
See, I never heard of Lowry's until I think I moved out, and somebody brought that to an event that we was at. Like, me and the guys hanging out, and I tasted that. I was like, that's like all salt.
But that's what that's the thing. We did that. Maybe they were, and I'm sure Tony's has been around.
Yeah.
Because I've worked with them, and they're in I don't remember what city they're in.
Opelousas.
Okay, yeah. I'm like, I know they're in Southwest Louisiana. I didn't remember if it was like New Iberia or something like that. But yeah, we use seasoned salt. That was what that was like a catch-all for seasoning. Yeah. So anyways, so one thing, and we've talked about it a lot, but we take our seasoning serious in Louisiana.
Right.
Like, we get used to whatever the case is. Like, again, wherever you're from, whatever you use, and you jumped in that water to say, okay, I want to start a seasoning business. So how did that come to be? Because I would think that people's palates are used to something, and there's some retraining that has to happen too when you show up at an event now, or you cook or do whatever, and you like, this is my seasoning versus what people are used to. So I guess what made you say, you know what, I'm ready to bottle this. I think we got something. Let's go forward with it.
Well, like I said, we had the blend. I kind of messed with it myself. I tried a few different things, and then I started giving samples out to random people that was family friend, and just kind of got their feedback off of it. Everybody enjoyed it. Everybody loved it. Everybody said it was something different about the blend. We're trying to. It was my thing was trying to stay on the lower sodium side, but still give you flavor, because everybody in Louisiana probably either have high blood pressure or real close to it. That's right. You know, so I was trying to be on the more healthier side of giving something that somebody or everybody can enjoy. So I ended up giving samples away. Got a good response back. Ended up contacting the company that blends blend everything for me. After that, did the label. I got an artist. He put the label and everything together for me, and sent everything off to them. And then at that moment, I ended up going to stores, and talking to a few different stores and getting in the stores, and then going to like pop-up shops. But whenever I go to a pop-up shop, I explain to the people, hey, this is my seasoning is lower sodium than you probably know Tony's or Slap Your Mom is about 350 plus milligrams of sodium. Our season is only 170 milligrams. And then I have like sample cups, and I'll give them a sample. That facial expression tells everything, and they end up buying, a few different ones, or they might buy one. It's basically how it is, how that happens.
Yeah. Okay. So one thing you talked about at the beginning, but you started in 2020, which we all aware of. How was that during the pandemic?
Yeah.
And a lot of businesses have started during the pandemic that have made it and have stories now. But for you to say, okay, in the midst of a situation where it doesn't even matter whether you started at the beginning or the end or whatever, it's just all been crazy.
Yeah.
How did you execute that?
So 2019, I started like blending and messing with seasoning, but I didn't really come out with the actual can until like January, February of 2020. Not knowing COVID was right in the midst.
Right around the corner.
Not knowing COVID was going to shut down the world. Basically, I kind of, we had a rain cloud over us and kind of stuck in there with it. Had money that I just pushed in, kept pushing myself. I couldn't really get out as much because everything was shut down, or everybody, had these crazy restrictions where you can't do, you can't come in the stores, or you have to shop online and all this. So it was really crazy. Till this day, I really don't know how we made it out, but we're here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this year, last year and this year, we're doing real good, really good.
Good.
We're getting in more stores, going to more festivals. I just looked online 2 weeks ago. I think Louisiana have a festival almost every weekend. all the way until like November.
Right. That sounds about right.
Like everywhere, Franklin to
So Utah, okay,
all over. Yeah, just not New Orleans. Okay. Everywhere.
Wow.
Like because we did something in Lafayette. I think we did like 3 or 4 festivals right in Lafayette. We got one coming up in Franklin. We got the barbecue festival in Opelousas. I mean, like every weekend.
Okay.
We have festivals that we trying to make and go out to and give samples out to people.
Wow. Yeah. So every time I look on social media, I see you.
Yeah.
Hustling.
Right.
Which I respect. So when you go to a festival, you like roll with the grill, or what do you bring out there? What's the process for that?
Usually at a festival, I depend what vendor spot I purchase. You can either purchase a food vendor spot or craft vendor spot. Okay. So they'll be selling just seasoning.
Gotcha. Okay.
So with the food vendor, if it is a food vendor spot, we have a killer jambalaya.
Okay.
From scratch. And
yeah.
Everybody love it. Yeah. Okay. So we usually do jambalaya. I try to kind of spotlight stuff like Louisiana food that you probably really can't get from scratch. So it'll be like jambalaya, probably etouffee, loaded fries or something like that. Okay. But if it's just where it's just the craft side and just selling seasoning, we go out and sell we give samples of the cans. Okay. Not the cans, but the of the seasoning in a little sample cup.
Yeah. So you do festivals everywhere? Like y'all go all around?
Yeah, we go all over. Yeah. Actually, I got something in Atlanta that's coming up.
Oh wow, so you went out of state?
Oh yeah. This is gonna be my 3rd time going to Atlanta doing something with the season.
How's that been?
A lot. We've been getting a lot of good feedback. Okay. Their palate is totally different from ours.
Of course.
They didn't know what boudin was when I brought boudin there. So I was like, it was a culture shock to me when I was saying, hey, I want to try boudin. It was like, what is that? And I was like, it's boudin. Like, right. I did not know they didn't know what boudin was.
I guess.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have it out there.
No, but I mean, like you might have somebody, Louisiana person that lives out there that might have it, but they still don't. I guess they're not really in that culture, right, of kind of food that we have this way, right? Because they're more on the healthier side too,
right.
Not dealing with pork and stuff like that,
but, right. So you go up there and set up shop,
and sell,
shock them with
the taste, because Atlanta just came back from Houston, did something in Houston, and we have something else coming up. I think in Mississippi, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta look at the calendar, but yeah, we travel wherever. Wow. Trying to get more, just trying to get the product out there, basically.
I mean, that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
Like yours is the best sample, best, I guess, learned through sampling.
Through sampling.
So that makes sense. Exactly. So our kids this is still a part of the podcast, but our kids are screaming in the back.
Yeah.
So my child is out of school. She's screaming in the back.
Yeah.
We talked about your family. Mm-hmm. He's young though.
Yeah.
Your son is young.
He's 4.
4.
Yep.
Do you see him eventually being a part of the business, or because I talked to a lot of people? I mean, every business owner I know has kids, mm-hmm. and some have introduced their kids, and some haven't. And they talk about it's a different generation, and like, they're into this TikTok or whatever. Mm-hmm. They don't really want to like learn the business. They don't want to be a part of the family thing. Where do you see him in the long-term plans for the business?
I see him taking over the company. Yeah, he helps me now package all my seasoning now. Anything I have that smell out, he helped me. All I got to do is tell him the color of the can. Red, grab the red can, grab the blue can, grab the yellow can. Grabbing 2 of them, 3, whatever. Yeah.
And he loves to help, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Of course. Yeah. Whenever we have to unload, when I go get a shipment that come in, I have to help. I need some help unloading. He's going to come help me.
That's what's up.
Yeah. I got videos and everything. I mean, it's the moment, what I'm saying?
Yeah,
be able to look back at that.
It's a good age. They still want to, they still look at you and all. I'm like, my older one, they'll help. They'll come here and help. Mm-hmm. But it's on when she wants to. My younger is more whatever I need. My older is she wants to watch a tablet and go do her own thing. So, but that's good to hear that the long term plan is to have him involved. I think that's how it should be. When you look at, we mentioned Tony's, but some of these other companies who've been around 50, 60 years, you can guarantee that the person who started it is not the one still running it. And you know that they have family that's somewhere within that business frame, business model that's a part of what they're doing.
Right. Making it better.
And bringing it on to the next generation and the next generation after that. So when I last checked the website, you had 8 SKUs. Is that 8 SKUs, 4 seasonings, and then 4 of the mixes?
It's going to be 4 seasoning blend, different seasoning blend. You have the original, extra hot, low sodium, and blackened. And then you have chicken batter, seafood batter, and a hush puppy mix. And then I only have 1 crawfish bowl. Now I had 3, but the top seller is the extra hot with lemon. So we're going with that one for cost purposes.
Okay, no, that makes sense. So talk me through that process of from a concept, because I talked to a lot of businesses who have a whole bunch of different SKUs. And so what's that process to say, okay, I have an idea and I want to execute on it? Is it more market based where people bring information to you, or is it more you testing and trials and then say, okay, I know I want to do a blackened seasoning. I know I want to do this sort of mix or that sort of mix?
It's both.
Okay.
If it's feasible for me, I usually, I might try it, but I'm gonna give samples out. Anything I do, I usually give samples out first, and just kind of test the market to see if people really like it or not. If they don't like it, I'll do away with it, and I won't mess with it. I actually have a barbecue dry rub that I'm blending now. I just posted on my Instagram, I think Facebook. I'm giving out 25 free samples. So I got like 6 people that already DM me and want to try it out. I was gonna try to hit the Memphis in May barbecue event, but I don't think I'll be able to make it. I think it passed. I can't remember. I forgot the date. But so I'm looking for these people that love barbecue and dry rubs, just to try to see if it's gonna something good for Culture Creole Seasoning. Okay. If it's not, I won't mess with it. Basically.
So is it so I smoke a lot, so I do like put stuff in this. That's become my thing, dude. The cover has been on the grill for a while. I'm always on that smoker, just because I'm lazy. I don't like the grill is that's a whole, you got to be outside. It's hot. It's a 3-hour thing, where it's like you're actively doing it. Right. Is the dry rub more for putting stuff on the grill? Is it more smoker? What's kind of the idea, or is it just your preference?
Your preference.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can still use the original, and use it in the smoker with whatever you're cooking, whatever you're smoking. Okay. Or you can use the dry rub. I did it with ribs, and I probably said that was the best ribs I ever had. I don't like ribs like that, but that's probably the best ribs I had. Okay. Yeah, I'm not saying that because I blended.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Look, that's fine.
It was some good ribs.
That's fine. I mean, I like to do ribs too. That's my thing to do in the smoker is the ribs. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, that's a 5 or 6 hour thing. But it's like I just have to go out there once every 2 hours to go do whatever I need to do. So I want to try.
Yeah,
so
I got you. Definitely.
I'll send you a message. I definitely want to try just so I can get a feel. So before we go into the rapid fire, I ask everybody who's got different SKUs about their favorite, and everybody says, I can't pick one. So I'm going to make you pick one. What is your favorite? What's your favorite seasoning to use or mix, seasoning or mix? And then what's your what's the fan favorite? What do you get like raving feedback about?
I would have to say my favorite would be the extra hot. I'm from Louisiana. Okay. So I like the spice. Okay. I'm from Lafayette, I should say. Okay. Because there's a lot of spice. They got the Cajun, Creole Cajun out there. So I love spice. My favorite batter would be probably be seafood, the seafood batter.
Okay.
Because I love seafood.
Okay.
I eat seafood 7 days a week and be good.
What shrimp?
Anything
Crawfish.
seafood. Yeah, I can eat seafood all day.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, every day.
Okay.
I love seafood.
Okay.
And then the crawfish ball is like top tier. Our top tier.
Okay.
Yeah, the number one crawfish ball.
Okay.
We did 5 or 6 crawfish balls this year. I got 2 more this weekend, but competition, and we won 2nd place and 3rd place. In a few of them. So we, this is our first year doing crawfish balls. Getting a competition. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's kind of is a kind of touchy subject or situation because it's not like fishing and you're weighing the fish weight. So who's the winner.
Right.
You mostly using somebody's taste bud. So your taste bud, my taste bud won't probably be the same.
It's subjective. Yeah, it
yeah,
is.
Exactly.
It is.
So, it's kind of depend where you go and what who's the judges.
That's
you gotta kind of watch
the cooking contest stuff. I mean, like
that's anything cooking. That's anything. Cooking.
Yeah, and I watch like Grill Masters. I watch a lot of those. I love cooking shows, but like I'll see a lot of those shows, and they do the test, and they have like 7 criteria, and I'm just.
Right.
I'm thinking to myself, if I'm getting a rib, like I just eat it, and I just know if I like it. But they like pull it off and
the presentation.
Yes, all of that.
Texture.
So you got to do all of that with the crawfish too?
Well, crawfish. I mean, you go whatever you want to put in it. Usually, is some people just do crawfish. I usually put corn, potato, and sausage in mine. Okay. And for some reason, the sausage we use, everybody come back and say, "Man, where did you buy that sausage from?" It's something we've been using for years, like in Lafayette.
It's in Lafayette.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm gonna leave that alone.
He said, "I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you that." That's
that probably helped us win like 1 or 2.
That's funny. That's funny. So the last question before the rapid fire, I said craziest order story, but for you it might be a little bit different. Like maybe craziest thing you've cooked or been asked to cook, or something that you just were like, "Okay, I don't know, but I'm gonna figure this out," sort of thing.
The craziest thing. I'm gonna say the craziest thing that ever happened.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if this is crazy, but I lost some of my seasoning on the highway. Yeah. They packaged it in the truck, and I had it in a pallet, and they shrink wrapped it, and they didn't shrink wrap it right, tight enough, and I probably lost about like 6 boxes of chicken batter on the highway. Yeah, driving back. I don't know if that's crazy or just like.
My heart hurts to hear that.
Yeah.
Did you figure out once you got home, or was it like
I actually
during the thing you?
Yeah, I stopped to check my load just to make sure everything was good, and I was missing a few boxes.
Where was which highway? Where was
this? I-10.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay. No,
yeah.
if you was gonna say I-10, then that's done.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe if it was a side.
Oh no,
road
no. I would have turned back around and went whatever.
I-10. Somebody that hit that or drove around and kicked it, moved it out the way or something.
Yeah. I wouldn't go and mess around on I-10 anyway, regardless.
No, I'm sure
it's
not
worth no
seasoning.
money. Yeah, no.
Not unless it was the Brinks truck with money or something. Then I had to
totally different.
roll back around. So that makes sense. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Rapid fire. I always make rapid fire go longer than it should because I get long winded. But I'm gonna let you hit. You can do one word, whatever, a couple sentences, whatever you think. So, secret talent. Your secret talent.
I can sing.
Okay.
I think I can sing.
I'm not gonna make you. That's okay. So growing up or something, you.
Yeah, well, me and my dad listen to Zydeco, Sam Cooke, Otis Redding. That was the whole thing. Like whenever we cook and listen to music. Okay. I remember the box, like it was a silver radio that we used to have.
Okay.
In the living room, and we used to put it on every day.
Okay.
Or every Sunday, I should say.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you mentioned how much you love seafood, which is perfect because this question, if you could only keep one seafood dish and the rest had to go, Which one you keep?
Red snapper.
Red snapper. How you want it cooked?
Fried.
Fried red snapper.
In my batter.
In your I hear you.
And seasoned with the extra hot. I'm telling you, it's the blend by itself is good. You don't have to season it. Okay. But it's just something about whenever you blend it, season it with the extra hot and then batter it with the seafood batter and then fry it. I'm telling you, it's the best. Yeah. All
right. I know you're giving me some. I'm gonna have to try it. I have to try it. Favorite movie?
Favorite movie? I don't know. Let me see. Blue.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. When you're not working, what are you doing?
I'm not working. I'm working.
Thinking about it never ends.
No, it doesn't, man. That's the life of an entrepreneur.
It doesn't.
Honestly, it's a constant. A lot of people don't understand that. People try to talk to me when they're talking. And I kind of like days off. I'm thinking 9 times out of 10. I'm thinking about what I got to do this weekend, or we have an event. If I got everything situated, or I got the people lined up, or whatever the case may be.
I get it. You can only attend one musician's concert, dead or alive. Who are you going to see?
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z. Have you ever seen Jay-Z?
Yes. Him and Mary J. Blige at a concert a couple years back.
I didn't see it.
It was like a while back. But
I know, and I remember what you're talking about. You know what?
Actually, I think it was in New Orleans.
The one at the arena.
I think so. This was...
Was that the one I went to?
Like 2008.
Okay, so I was at that same one. Yeah. Because I saw Jay-Z. So it had to be with Mary J. Blige. Yeah. Then that was, yeah.
They can read it out again.
That's the only time I've ever seen him. And I know he's been here. I know he's been here other times, but
yeah.
Okay.
That was a good concert.
It was. Favorite season of the year?
This time of the year, spring.
Spring.
Keep us busy.
It's getting hot though. It's getting hot fast.
This is a different spring. This is not the same spring that was like 3-4 years ago, bro. Because the other day was hot.
It's getting hot. It's getting. I was telling my wife I went to just literally walk in the post office to drop off a box and came back out. And I'm a sweater, so I'm not like some people know how to stay cool. I don't know how to stay cool. I don't know how to like keep myself at a decent. I have to drink a lot of water. Right. Then I just sweat, and it doesn't. I have to bring different shirts to survive through. I'm that kind of guy. Like I'll be sweating. So. Yeah. The good spring, not the spring, summer.
Summer, right.
Best advice you've ever received?
Don't quit.
Simple.
Keep pushing.
Good. If you sold your business for $100 million and could start another business tomorrow, what would it be?
I wouldn't sell it. If you're gonna give me $100 million for it, it's gonna be worth more than that.
Well, whatever
that's a trick question.
Whatever that number is, let's just say you hit that number. Whatever that number was, you got bought out, whatever, and you could do anything else tomorrow that you wanted to. What would it be?
Probably Italian ice.
Okay.
For my kids.
Okay. Yeah. That's kind of growing.
Because the numbers on that, I looked at the numbers on it is pretty good.
Okay.
For the amount what it costs you to buy.
Okay.
The Italian ice had, and then what you sell it for.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Bucket list vacation.
Bucket list vacation. Spain. Any
particular part of Spain you want to? Just Spain, the whole thing. That's done.
Barcelona.
Whatever. So I don't know. I mean, I know Spain, Barcelona, Madrid.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wherever it takes
I'm
me.
not like a Europe. So you're not like a beach. So you rather do like city. Walk
I'm not. I go on the beach, but I'm not trying to stay on the beach all day.
Sit out on the thing.
That sand gonna aggravate the hell out of me. I'm sorry.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's gonna aggravate.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Last question, rapid fire. Best thing that you cook?
Anything I cook.
Okay.
I'm pretty good at cooking.
I see the video. Look, I watch the videos and I see the people talking and I mean, I know. Obviously, I'm not there tasting it, but I know the stuff that you are cooking is like I saw some turkey wings that you did.
Oh yeah, fried turkey wings. That's our top seller. We sell out every time. Every time we do fried turkey wings, sell out. We just sold out. What I say, the Spring Swing Festival in Lafayette this past weekend. Sold out of that and jambalaya.
I'm gonna try that. You keep talking about the jambalaya, man. I'm gonna have
But we do make I make a good take a chicken wing. I debone it completely.
Okay.
And I stuff it with either seafood dressing, cornbread dressing, or boudin. And that's that never even really hit the market yet, but people taste it and the feedback off it is crazy. It's completely deboned, so you can cut into it and
take everything out.
Yeah, eat the whole wing.
Man, what?
Yeah, it's completely deboned. Yeah, it's crazy.
So there's a place called Too Fat to Fly. I know they did stuffed wings, but I don't think they took the. I mean,
They
I
probably still have the bone in.
They still have the bone in.
I know somebody else that does the same, but they stuff it with boudin, and I thought it was completely deboned, but it's not. So they still have a part of the bone in.
Okay.
Yeah.
They keep
wing, the whole wing on mine is completely deboned. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not ready. I'm ready for that. All right. So last couple questions. One thing you learned as an entrepreneur about yourself, or even business, that you had no idea when you started.
I didn't think I was gonna be able to do it. I mean, this is it's not easy. It's really, really not easy. And people, like I said, they think that he on a business, he making money. No, it don't work like that. You put more money in before you get anything out.
That's a fact.
And let me see what I'm 3 years in. I still got 2 more years to before, you make it, making myself think, okay, I got money now,
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. And lastly, what's next for Culture Creole? What's the long term?
Our goal, short term goal at the end of this year, 2023, we're trying to be in 25 stores.
Okay. How many are you in now?
Roughly 8, I want to say.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
What's located more?
It's more Baton Rouge area.
Okay.
I'm trying to expand. Like I said, I'm going out to places like Atlanta and trying to get Publix and stuff like that.
That's good.
Houston, HEB.
Okay. Yeah.
Big retail store out there. New Orleans area. But the market and seasoning is kind of jam packed now. Everybody mind making seasoning. Everybody trying to find the right taste.
Yeah.
You got if you like sodium, you have a slew.
They do.
Seasoning that have high sodium. Me personally, I think anything that's above 300 or even 250 in sodium is too much. We, like I said, we keeping ours down to about 170 on the original and the extra hot. And then we have the blackened that has 135 and our low sodium that has 130. And then chicken batter, seafood batter, that sodium content is higher, but you're not directly putting it on your food or cooking with it. You kind of just basically coating your food with it, so it's not directly, salt just sitting on top of it.
That's right. True.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, I mean, you'll never be able to stop. You'll never be able to cut the sodium content in crawfish ball. That's going to be there. It is what it is. If you have high blood pressure, don't do crawfish. That's my advice.
That's true. And some of the stuff I see people put in, I mean, like you could do the crawfish boil. But then sometimes people go over the top with some of the stuff I've seen. I'm like,
I seen somebody put a box of salt or half a box of salt they put their crawfish ball they season their water and then put another half a box or a box of salt in the water with that.
Like table salt. Right, regular table salt. That's
like Martin's is in this salt. You kill somebody. If you have high blood pressure, if somebody would have ate that,
somebody ate it. You better.
Oh, I imagine, yeah. And they probably went home with their fucking. I'm sorry, but they had pounded. I'm sorry, because it's just it's just like, man, they're like, dude, like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
that's like a lot of salt, 350 plus milligrams, and that's all of your sodium in your nutrition factor. At the top is going to tell you is 1/4 tablespoon or teaspoon. I can't remember. 1/4 tablespoon or teaspoon per That's your
Serving size.
serving size every time.
I didn't know it was that small.
Yeah, you got to look at it. Look at it, you'll see. And that same thing in the seasoning. That's the exact same thing in the seasoning. But
crazy.
who do you know that's
Nobody.
measuring? Yeah, every time they cook, they just pour exactly.
Just take the top off and it's one.
So times that, 350 and 1/4 tablespoon is 350 milligrams of sodium.
That's crazy.
Now times that, you putting that 10, 15 times. Yeah. Heart association of things like I can't think of things like 2,000 milligrams or less of sodium per day. And I think it kind of like split between male and female too. I can't don't go off of that 100%, but I know it's in that ballpark.
That's crazy.
They want you to have lower than less than 2,000 milligrams of sodium per day. And we eat the stuff we eat. I mean, a lot of people go over that.
Of course, between salt and sugar, yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. So.
And that's in everything.
Yeah, sodium is in everything. Everything that you have.
Yeah.
Now, sugar, you kind of, you still have sugar like in cold drinks, but it's 0 calories. But it's a what you call the sugar, Splenda kind of artificial sugar. Yeah.
It's like a sweetener type.
Yeah, sweetener. Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, still using sugar, but I'm not big on all that artificial stuff.
I try not to be, but with kids, it's hard sometimes to.
Right.
When you're on the go, there ain't no excuses, but
Right.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So lastly, how can folks find you? The website, social media, all of that.
We're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. All of them. It's Culture Creole Seasoning. So make it easy. You just type in Culture Creole Seasoning. Except Twitter, I want to say it's CCS or CC Seasoning. At CC Seasoning.
Okay.
On Twitter. But everything else is Culture Creole Seasoning. And then website is culturecreoleseasoning.com. And if you look down in the contact box, you can call me too. Because I'll bring some seasoning with you.
Yeah, sure will.
I will bring you seasoning, I'm telling you.
From here to...
Somebody stopped me on I-10. They see my truck. They stopped me on I-10. They called me. I could call this guy right now. He'll tell you.
And he wanted some seasoning.
That's
cool.
They got down on I-10 and got some seasoning. We was at a traffic jam.
Okay.
It was actually coming from New Orleans. And
Okay.
I was going back across West Baton Rouge side.
Okay.
And they see my truck. He was like, where you at? I was like, in traffic. He was like, all right, I need some seasoning. I'm right behind you. I was like, there you go. I always have seasoning on me. Always.
It makes sense, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Everywhere I go.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you for sitting down and doing this with me.
Right. I appreciate you.
Thank you for tuning into this episode of the Sheaux Some NOLA Experience. Don't forget to check us out online at ShowSomeNOLA.com.